Years later, residents of the Emfuleni municipality in Gauteng say nothing has been done about the sewage flooding their homes and streets. Earlier this year, the South African Human Rights Commission released a report detailing how the Vaal was populated beyond acceptable levels. Despite then Water and Sanitation Minister Lindiwe Sisulu's promise, nothing has been done. Reporter Manqoba Mchunu is in the Vaal with the latest. Manqoba, thanks for your time. Maybe just tell us what the situation is. I know a couple of years ago, residents were up in arms about the state of the sewage leakage that was happening in their homes, in the Vaal Dam itself. What is the situation like now?
Well, Heidi, I can certainly tell you that not much has changed here in the Vaal. In fact, we're now in Everton, which is one of the second locations where we've been this morning. Just, speaking to some of the residents who, of course, are saying that up until now, they're still, being affected by the sewage in this area. I'm just going to step out of shot just to give you a picture, Heidi, of the situation here. It is quite a dire situation here in Everton. As you can see, Heidi, the streets here, they are drenched in sewage. And as you enter this particular settlement, I can tell you, Heidi, that, the smell of raw sewage permeates the air in this particular area. And this is a daily reality for residents here who say for the past 4 years, this is what they've been subjected to. And we understand, Heidi, that, the interventions that, were brought by the presidency as well as the Water and Sanitation Department as far as trying to intervene in this issue. Recall, of course, Heidi, that back in 2018, we also saw members of the South African Defence Force, coming into the Vaal, just trying to help as far as rehabilitation is concerned. And they had been stationed there for about 15 months. This is after they had to intervene on one of the sewage or wastewater treatment centers here in this particular area, which is Sebokeng. And this is where they tried their level best to deal with the issues, where they tried to unblock some of the blocked, pump stations, as well as some of the blocked pipes in this community. But of course, we know, Heidi, that that has not done much in terms of relieving these residents from the sewage. In fact, this is one of the households here in Everton. Heidi, you can clearly see here the sewage is coming out of the drain here in this particular homestead, and that's the sewage that you saw there on the streets that's moving towards the direction of the streets. And I can and the residents here are telling us, Heidi, that of course it has become unbearable and it's nothing that they can, try and do in terms of trying to remedy the situation. Their hopes are, of course, on government, but they're saying that their cries have fallen on deaf ears. But I want to bring in Umama here just to give us a picture of what it is like. Mamnopi, thank you very much for your time. How's the situation? I can see that there's sewage spilling out right here from your drain.
Okay, thank you very much, Ndadi. What's about siwa na akitibi? Idula itswa muna. Gebitsa maspala, sometimes hardly ning watla ine I blockile ha o qala kgwedi ena hape. Ine ntse blockile be batla batho ba maspala. I think it was first week of August ne ba le teng. So le bona a ke batlo ba blame hakalo ke rona batho be re etsang some of the things, because hona le main hall on that side, main hall hona le connection ha ba tseta ho etsa di connections tsa bona on a main hall wa understand how tshwantse o join main hallong tshwantse o cheke deeper eseng haufinyana o tlo phunya main hall. So naitse ba phunya mane main hallong ka ba tsotsa ka wa tseba ntwe it will affect me because it tlo tswela draining yaka ha ba tsata we connector fela ke a etswa mo draining. Ki reportile to a councillor. It was on Wednesday, Hainesi Tuesday. Kamu reportela anka number yaka till today sewer inse imataging. I can't even kinse machine ke hlatswa ka machine because now ha ke hlatswa ka machine e tlo ba metsi a mangata a tlotswa mona then ho tswe le ditshila tse ngata. So ke nahane hore ke mpe ke hlatswa ka dibata ke hlatswa ka matsoho ke na le motšhini because of the sewer.
So, Ma, how long have you had this problem, your sewage that's coming out of here?
Ke nako e telele ntate ha ba kgone ho ka service wa tseba ka nako yane ya pele ha o no na le batho ba ne bo ke mapaqa ha o no sewer it thibile so never starta from that side ba tswe ka yona ho ya phuleng ba tsa ne ba sa yemi so hona jole ha go ba blella hore sewer e tshwantsho ha e blockile main hole o kena di main hole tse pedi kapa tse tharo after this manhole ba blella o batla ga tlo qeta the whole day re dutse ho wena mona and yet bona ha o ba sheba stratemu ba dutse nje ha ona next into ba iyetsang ha ba qeta mo o tla thola ba paqama fatshe ba paqama.
So they're not helping you, the government, as a community, you say?
Aba re thusi ka nix government ha e re thusi ka nix ha e re thusi ka nix ka di sewer hona jole ke ya bolela ke hona le transformer that side ke yona the only transformer e sebetsang ka ga small farm e laitelang nna ke yona fele e sebetsa.
But niphila kanjani ma kule sewage engaka ngoba ngiyayibona ihamba yonke indawo egcekeni?
Bona difuba ha re sa kgona nix ke sifuba re dula re kula nje le bana ga ba tsamaisa bana ba sa dula mona ba banyane because of this. O ka phela jwang wena ka ga ntweso o tlo phela jwang ka ga ntweso ke ka modimo fela re phetseng ka COVID.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Sis Nopi Machobane, just speaking to us and giving us a sense of, the living conditions here that they have to live under. Of course, Hyde, you can see the situation here is quite dire. It's a bad situation. There's sewage spilling into this yard and into the streets, and she says that it's been quite a number of years that they've been trying to raise this issue, but she also attributes this problem to community members who, I think out of desperation, are also connecting illegally to the manhole to try and perhaps move sewage out of their own homes, because we understand that there are quite a number of houses here in this area that sewage is still coming out from inside their toilets, and so residents here are really desperate for some kind of intervention. She says that it's quite difficult. They have issues of health, especially when it comes to chest issues because of the sewage spillage in this place. And so she's saying that they have not received any help from government because they have raised these issues, but up until now nothing has been done, and it is really at this point they're really hoping that somebody is going to intervene as far as trying to perhaps ease this sewage in their yards.
It's a huge health risk, but also you can actually see the deterioration of the houses in that area because of this massive sewage leak. I just call upon government to intervene because they made a promise, they deployed the SANDF, and still nothing is being done. But that's why you're on the ground out there, Manqoba, to be our eyes and ears and perhaps bring further attention to this massive problem. Thank you so much for that update. That's our reporter, Manqoba Mchunu.